or to go places. What's the biblical answer to that, and how should we view that and do that as Christians?
Well, it depends on how they come out with it. If they come out with a vaccine in a mandatory way, I've read several different things on it, and depending on who you read, they're saying that it's going to come down this way or that way. Some are contending that they're actually going to mandate it, and you won't be able to, for instance, travel from one state to another or board a plane unless you have received the vaccination. I don't know if that's official. I don't think it is necessarily official. If that happened, then we would be looking at something indeed that is at least similar to the mark of the beast, because we know, according to the book of Revelations, that Antichrist and his sidekick, the false prophet, will require all people to receive the mark of the beast, and without receiving it, you can't buy or sell or really function in society at all. And so if they came down with a mandate that you had to receive the vaccine, then yes, that's a type. I don't believe it's the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is a mark on the back of the hand or on the forehead. You can't take away from the clear teaching of Scripture on that. But if they did mandate it, then I do believe that would create an ethical crisis and maybe even a faith crisis with many. I know for me, I would probably be inclined to not take it if I was being mandated, if I was literally told I can't function, get in a plane, travel in America, travel out of the country without having it. I would really smell a skunk there. But I think we need to wait and see what they finally come out with, Jim, and what they require. But you're right, it would be a type, but I don't believe it's the mark of the beast. Your thoughts, Dylan?
Well, it's funny you mention that, because even in my area, they just extended the mask mandate for another 6 weeks, and all the people where I live are upset about it, understandably, just because of the top-down government control and not making it voluntary. But some of us have even joked about it being the mask of the beast, that we're being required to do something that's against our convictions at times. But the truth is, we are socially conditioned more and more in our society here in America, as well as worldwide, with this top-down government mandate type of system where, for instance, if you want to go visit a newborn baby in a hospital, there are places where you can't do that unless you have a flu shot. So, your ability to see your own family members, perhaps, or to minister as a chaplain or a pastor in a hospital is limited if you're not willing to do so. And same thing with this COVID virus right now. If a vaccine came out and you were required to take it, there would be certain conflicts perhaps between your faith and taking a vaccine. So we have to look out and watch carefully, as Jeff is talking about. But again, the mark of the beast is going to be a mark on the hand or on the forehead. And it's interesting that nowadays we're seeing smart watches like the Apple Watch, for example, or even smart glasses that have all of this technology built in to buy and to sell items that could foreshadow what we see predicted in the book of Revelation regarding the mark of the beast.
I hope that helps. Jim, does that answer your question? I do believe, I'll insert this before we move on, that it has troubled me. This whole thing of the mask, and here we are, the mightiest nation on earth, yet we were brought to our knees in one night. In one night, by this COVID virus. It was amazing to me how quickly Americans bowed to it and went with it and did exactly what they were told. And I do believe that is, as Dylan mentioned, a sort of pre-programming to what Antichrist will actually do. My wife and I, and many my elders and other people that I've talked to at length about this, we've really concluded that this is like a dress rehearsal. And the whole thing with I know that Vice President Biden said that he would require masks and the shutting down of the society as a whole if only one or two scientists told him so. He would require it without question. See, I don't put that kind of faith in scientists. We tend to deify science in our day. We deify, if a scientist says it, it's absolutely true. But science is often skewed by political opinion, by bias, by personal philosophy, and it's not foolproof or bulletproof. And it has troubled me that we so easily went with it, and we so easily still go with it, and churches shut down and businesses, and New York City, for instance, is basically shut down and almost gone, all over this virus. And so that's troubled me. And so again, if I were mandated to take a vaccine, that's almost my signal to not take the vaccine. So I don't know. I hope that helps you, Jim. Does that answer your question?
No, it does, and that's exactly how I feel. There's no way I'm taking the vaccine, especially since vaccines are tested for years and years and years before they're considered good, and I still don't take them. So yeah, I'm with you 100%. I just want to make sure I'm thinking correctly according to God and what he would want. But yeah, that helps a lot.
Well, we all need to be in prayer, certainly. This will be a discernment thing. And should a mandate come down, it's time for everybody to get on your knees and pray and say, Lord, direct me in this, because I really need the wisdom of God. If any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men liberally and does not upbraid you for asking him. And it is a time and a season where Christians everywhere really need to be seeking the wisdom and the discernment of God. So it was a great question, Jim, and stay on the line. We're going to get you